Hey everyone, it's your girl Maddie here, aka Beaver Mosh, coming at you with another review, talking today about the new Goatwhore release, Angels Hung from the Arches of Heaven, off of Metal Blade Records. New Orleans-based Goatwhore, black, death, thrash, kind of jack of all trades mainstays, have been doing this for a long time now. This is their 8th studio album, although it is their first in 5 years. Goatwhore does have some notable releases under their belt, one being 2012's Blood for the Master. Now, Goatwhore does a really good job of combining different elements, different subgenres of metal, but they come at it with this kind of no-nonsense, old school classic metal approach. One of the first tracks on this record, Blood of Satan's Flesh, it starts things off with this really speedy blackened thrash sound, and right away you notice Ben Falgost vocals. You know, they're brutal. You got these gruff snarls, but there's also this infectious quality to it. They're kind of catchy. And in the production, it's crisp. It's punchy. This is a Metal Blade release, after all. But it doesn't sacrifice Goatwhore's overall aggressiveness. Another track, Soul of Abomination, takes on a bit of a groovier approach. You have these echoey melodic bits that kind of come in and out throughout the track, and it's really cool. And on this song, you have one of my favorite moments on the entire record. The music's building, but then it just kind of comes to a point where it just kind of cuts out for a second, and you hear these whispered vocals. God has no power here. And that gives way to, from Sammy Duet, the guitarist, this searing guitar solo. And it just, such a cool moment. It gives me chills, honestly. Another highlight for me would be Death from Above. You got these ferocious thrash riffs that wend this way to this fist-pumping, bloodthirsty chorus. I love, from Zach Simmons, the punkish drums here. And again, the vocal performance is just top-notch. I love the shouty gang vocals you get on the chorus of the track, Victory is the Lightning of Destruction. On Ferocious Blood Fixation, you have these infectious speed metal riffs, and just some more straight fucking shredding from Duet. But something particular on this track, Duet impressively incorporates a unique sense of melodicism here that kind of helps their solo work kind of stand out from your typical, at least today, heavy metal guitar solos. Another highlight for me would be the track Nile, and the way I would describe this track simply is sick fucking riff after sick fucking riff after sick fucking riff. The band closes things out on a bit of a change of pace on the track, and I Was Delivered from the Wound of Perdition. It has more of a gothier approach. You got this slow burning intro, and there's these spooky tritones that creep throughout the entire track, and it's different from the rest of the album for sure, but it really fits, and it's a perfect closer for me. Goatwhore is a band that doesn't take itself too seriously, and also they don't really reinvent the wheel here. ever. And on this record, this is a Goatwhore album. But one thing you can definitely say about Goatwhore's music and this album in particular, just a hell of a lot of fun. I had a blast listening to this. And if you're like me, you probably listen to a lot of black metal, and you might have a tendency to take yourself a little too seriously. And so maybe this is a good change of pace for you. And maybe it's worth giving this a go. Now, this isn't a perfect record. It probably won't be an album of the year for me. There are a few tracks here that kind of pale in comparison to the rest. Some that are a little unremarkable. This record does feel a little bloated at times and overstuffed. A few tracks could probably be cut out. There's this introduction piece that kind of stays for too long, doesn't really do much for me. You have the track A Ruinous Liturgy that just feels kind of tame in comparison to everything else going on here. Weight of a Soulless Heart feels a little uneventful, but I admire the classic, just grinning heavy metal approach that this band comes with. Times reminds me of some older Creator. If you're looking for something to just kind of have a good time to and raise the fist to, this will do it. This will definitely scratch that itch. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd be so kind. Keep it metal. Keep on the lookout for another review from me. Comment what you thought of this record, what I should review, any feedback. That'd be great. This is Maddie, aka Beaver Mosh, signing off.